What is up, YouTube? Johnny B here again today, and we are gonna be driving this car today. Got it running in the last video. I still need an exhaust. Unfortunately, I sold all the exhausts that I have. I have a bunch of stock ones, but I don't really want to put a stock one. So I'm gonna have a guy deliver me an exhaust today. He has a TRD quad tip exhaust. Figured I'd throw that on there in the meantime, and then if someone wants it later, I can just sell it. But I don't have a diffuser. My diffuser's cut out on the body kit, so I can run a quad tip exhaust without worries of burning my bumper. So I'm gonna throw that on because we got the header on and we got everything else on. So the TRD exhaust, that should make it to where it looks, it sounds good. Right now it's kind of loud when you turn on, and I want it to be quiet. I don't want to be making all kinds of noise and, you know, getting attention to myself at the moment. So yeah, the car is registered and insured, so I can actually put the trunk on and put the plate on. I have a carbon trunk that I can probably throw on there in the meantime, and probably do that. So one of the cool things is that I actually have this car registered and it is insured, even though it's been sitting in my garage for a while. So I can actually drive it legally on the street, no problem. So I have a carbon trunk that I might throw on there because I haven't painted the STI trunk. So I might just throw the carbon trunk, put the plates on, and then put the wheels on. Because the car does have brakes, it has cooling, it has everything pretty much at the moment. So I think we should take it for its maiden voyage. All right, guys, so we got the exhaust on, we got the car turned on. Now we're just gonna be bleeding out the coolant system so we can see if we can get it up to temp, make sure everything is good, and maybe take it for a little ride. Here it is running. Got the little coolant thing bubbling up. Trying to get all the air bubbles out of it so we can make sure it gets up to temp. I have the Hall Tech connected so we can keep an eye on everything. I got oil temperature here. Looks like it's reading at around 100, and then coolant temperature 178, 179. It's right there, in case you guys are wondering. Everything's looking good. Looks like the alternator's working. It's the one that came with the engine, so wasn't too sure how good it was, but looks like it's working. Fans just kicked on. That's working. Alright, still trying to get all the coolant out. I'm trying to fill it in properly. It's bleeding. It's really weird how the system's working because I keep topping it off. It keeps taking more water, and then once I turn it on, all the water comes out this way, but then it just goes away. Sucking it back down. Takes its sweet time. The heater started working finally, so I think we're getting there. We're getting pretty close to being fully bled out. Both heater hoses are hot. So it's coming along. I think what I need to do now is after it sucks in all this water, then I just need to put the radiator cap back on. Then it should be good. All right, so I got the coolant staying around 200 now. Looks like we bled everything properly. It's good. The engine is sounding much nicer. Everything's sounding good, looking good. I think it's time to take it for a little drive. All right, so to be able to drive it, I had to go ahead and install a trunk so we can put the plate on. I don't want to get pulled over just from driving around the neighborhood. I got my camera on, got my lights on, LED bulbs. I had to do a cutout for that switch that opens the trunk. But I got it done, and then this, for some reason, isn't lining up perfect. Don't know why. But doesn't look like whatever I do doesn't really matter. So I'd put the trim more in that section, but I'm okay with that. I don't think I'll ever need it. Thought about changing it to the factory one, but I think it being in carbon is nice. And there it is. Closes perfect. I have this license plate cover that says 86. It's kind of engraved. There you go. You can see it now. It's got the Boxer logo, the 86 on there. I don't have a Boxer anymore, but I figured that would look cool. Yeah, there it is. Got this really cool carbon trunk a while ago that I've been just storing. I think that looks clean. I like that. I like that. Comment down below if you guys think it'd look cool with the STI wing on here or not. Still haven't decided, or I might just have two different options where I have the white trunk with the carbon wing and then I just have a straight carbon trunk. Because I'm a little bit hesitant of drilling holes in the carbon trunk. I want to get it PPF'd. Make sure it stays nice. Same thing with the roof and the hood. Pretty much everything carbon I want to get PPF'd so it stays nice. So yeah, that looks good. Rear end is coming along. It's looking good. So now that we got that on, I started messing with my fitment. I didn't like how the tires fit. This is how they were sitting before. Yeah, it's flush. It looks okay. But then you look at the front and you're just like, look at that fitment over there. The way it sticks out, it's got some angle to it. Obviously that needs angle just because of the angle kit. So it needs a bit more camber. But my favorite look is when you see there, the top of the tire is what lines up with the fender. And then you get a little bit of poke with the stretch. So that's my favorite look. And having this here doesn't really look very appealing to me. Just don't like the look of it. So I remembered that every single one of my arms is adjustable. So I thought, why not adjust them out? And if I can adjust them out, look at that. I was able to adjust them out a little bit extra. And now the fitment looks pretty crazy. It's a little bit too much, obviously. But I think if I add a little bit of camber and lower the rear, it's gonna look good. But I'm more happy with this now. I think I dead center, like just did the alignment to where it's like at 0 degrees of camber. So I think I can add a little bit. Typically for the track, you want like -2. So I can add a little bit. For drifting, I think you want it to be at 0. So alignment specs change quite a bit. Maybe like -1 or just enough to where it looks okay. So I think -2.5 would be my best bet so that the fronts look close enough to the rears. So it doesn't look too out of whack where these are perfectly at 0 camber and the rest of them are at like I want to say like -4, 5 maybe. So yeah, but happy I got the wheel out. Now it looks a little bit more aggressive. There we go. This looks more like the fitment I like. Looks good. Right at the top of the tire, and then you see where the body kit is, where the top of the tire is here, and then you get that little bit of stretch with the wheels here. Yep, that looks good. Liking that. Just the toes off. I gotta bring it in the front a little bit, and then we will be good. So we got the alignment figured out, both sides, sitting at -3. The toe looking pretty spot on with the front. So let's go take it for a ride.
Looking good, Johnny. Yeah.
We need to bleed the brakes a little bit more.
A little soft?
A little soft, yeah. But it'll be okay for like a little spin around the block.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, here we go. Initial drive. Let's zoom out. There it is.
Look at our alignment. Steering wheel's pretty straight.
It is. No windshield, so we're getting the actual chill.
We got the heater on too though.
You're crazy.
We got the heater on so we can make sure that the car's temp feels good.
It's weird feeling heat and cold at the same time.
Yeah. Picking up everything off the ground.
I told you we're gonna get everything in here.
These tires are really sticky.
Look, we're getting everything on top of here. How's you feel?
Feels good. Feels nice and smooth.
Huh?
Oh, my carbon piece fell off.
What carbon piece? Oh, it did.
Go get it real quick.
All right.
Temp looking 203.
Yeah.
Need to raise the front a little bit.
Front?
I can't fully turn because without it rubbing. Unless maybe if I do like a full lock to full lock.
Is it hitting?